Maybe you don't know this, but in the last period specifically, I'm watching a lot of videos about bad reviews of famous games, for example Dark Souls or Elden Ring, and I want to have my unique take on it. So this is bad reviews of Fear and Hunger. Just to precise, I don't want to bring a hate to anyone with this, I don't want to offend anyone, there will be no names on the reviews, but I just want to have a little bit of fun and potentially explain some mechanics that maybe weren't completely clear to those that commented like this.
But of course, if the people in question start offending me, then I'm gonna get angry, and I'm gonna react appropriately. But anyways, let's go.
So let's start with something comprehensible to then go to something very extreme. This one says with 1.7 hours played, very challenging for casual gamers like me. I'll just pass this one. And you know guys, it's perfectly fine on this side. Like, not all the people love to play games that are inherently difficult or in which you need to spend a lot of time in order to understand stuff and that kind of things, okay? Not everyone likes to play Dark Souls. If you want to play more Super Mario, it's fine. They're both great games, it doesn't matter which one you play, as long as you understand that, yeah, you're a casual gamer, that's not a problem. Now let's move a little bit to something that is still relatable, but I want to explain some stuff on it, okay? This one says with 3.7 hours played at the review time, it's really shine as an horror game. Monsters are really grotesque, and you can feel some fear, so you actually like the design, that's good. The problem is that combat is very random, luck-based. I don't feel good when I win, since it's not because my decisions over skills. A pity, since it would be amazing if it had better combat. Now, I cannot be mad about this. Since he played 3.7 hours, he still didn't have the time to properly understand all the battles and the puzzles, because the battles in this game are technically puzzles. Once you understand how they work, you just have to do the correct attack in the correct moment, and in that moment you can start to think that actually your decisions matter. Let's take as an example the guard, okay? In the first fight, probably, you may accidentally die to him because of the coin flip attack, but the second time, you know the cleaver attack is gonna cut off a limb if it lands, so maybe you'll try to destroy that. Then you'll realize sometimes the stinger is gonna attack you, and on the second turn he always does the coin flip. With a little bit of experimentation, you may understand that guarding is gonna prevent the coin flip from happening, and at that point, you'll be able to understand the correct order: destroy the cleaver, guard, destroy the stinger, and then keep using guard every 3 turns to be sure to be protected from the coin flip attack, and in that way you understood the battle, and now your decision making and your knowledge actually was able to influence your decisions. But I gotta be honest, I'm also happy about this, because if you watch the review, it has now 9.6 hours on record, so it means he didn't give up after writing the review, so maybe he already knows this kind of puzzle battles, who knows. But let's go to the next one, because we start to go into dangerous territory. This one starts to hurting me, so 11.4 hours played, so actually not a beginner, okay? Summary of how this game plays. Almost every interaction will restart your game from the last save with a 50%. Did this person try to jump into the toilet multiple times? Or tried... What did you even do to say that? Whatever, let's continue, okay? You cannot save freely. Saves are limited per run and can only be found in specific areas and are subject to the 50% rule. Wait. How did you assume that saves are limited per run? How do you even arrive to that conclusion? You can sleep infinite amount of times in all the beds. If you fail the coin flip, you just have to leave the zone and go back. Also, the 50% rule, it doesn't matter once you understand how to fight the enemies. And if you want to say that in some floors there are gonna be elite guards, there are literally 2 floors in the entrance in which you can save, near torture and in the prisons. If the elite guard spawns near torture, it will not spawn in the prisons and vice versa, so regardless of that you don't need to fight the elite guard to have a guaranteed save file. Also, do I need to mention that you can sleep 1 time for free in the basement, and later on infinite amount of times in the Tower of the Endless in the present or in the past after you complete the dream? You can spend up to 3 hours and lose all progress with the 50% rule. On this one, I will not debate too much, because yeah, I understand it's frustrating, especially when you don't know a lot about the game, that when you lose 3 hours of playtime, you actually feel very bad. So on this one it's fine. And then the important part. No exp, no levels. Gear is next to meaningless. aside from some pieces. So let's disregard arm guards, leg guards, all the interactions with, I don't know, gaunt armor, interaction with priest robe on the dark priests. You know what's the problem? I know you may say that maybe he's just talking because he didn't know a lot about the game, but my point is, while okay, everyone is allowed to leave a review, I don't exactly understand this part of it. Like, yeah, you don't understand a lot about the game, then why do you talk like you know everything? Like, when I want to throw a review of a new game, I never go like, oh yeah, this is completely bad, because for sure there is nothing related to it, nothing you can do with it. No, I would be like, I'm new to the game and I didn't find their interactions with this particular item or something. I don't know, this seems too extreme, do you understand what I mean? You may disagree, of course, but I think this is just my opinion. And also, the no exp and levels thing, I mean, it's not like all the games need to have levels. That's game design. The game is balanced around that. It's not like there are gonna be enemies overpowered because you are still level 1 technically. But what do you mean? Whatever. Let's go to the next one, because now I'm gonna be very angry. It's very long, actually, but we will just read one single part of it, okay? You will waste, and I mean waste, your time going through the same areas, because you died, a lot, and none of it's your fault. This game relies on nothing but coin flips, and in a game where a single missed hit results in you losing an entire limb and throwing your progress because why bother continuing a save with no arm? I just don't see the absolute stupidity of this mechanic. Okay, do you want to know why I want to read this specific part? He has 1.6 hours of playtime. How many times did you die in 1.6 hours? How many times? But okay, let's recompose ourselves for a second. So I want to tell you guys, even if you lose one arm, it's fine, because always the first time you're gonna lose is the shield arm, so you will not lose your weapon usage unless you were using a double-handed weapon. But even in that case, you can still switch back to a single-handed weapon, and you're gonna be absolutely fine. And also, yeah, you may die multiple times in the same area, but don't you think if you die multiple times, maybe you need to change something in what you're doing? But for today, I have one last review that I want to bring on the table, and this one is not on Steam, it's on Metacritic. Vote 4. Painfully low quality. I'm a gamer who has an appreciation for indie productions, and horror is one of my favorite genres. For this game though, the controls are clunky and awkward.
Guys, I think the left arrow. Oh, the arrows, guys, the arrow keys. Let me move. Wait, what if? X is able to open the menu. Wait, and what is this? Wait, controls? What is this? They're all the controls. They're all written here. What do you mean?
The UI is unintuitive. Oh, let's take a look at this menu. Okay, so, potions, alchemy, spells. Oh, spells, magic, yes. This is definitely spells. Then, an helmet. This helmet seems kinda angry. Maybe this is the bestiary, where I can see all my enemies. Okay, understandable. Yin and yang. Oh, this is the alignment from Demon Souls. Yeah, it's just like Demon Souls. And, a gear. Oh, gear, equipment, yeah, this is the equipment menu, perfect. I'm so good at this game. The audio is abhorrent and ill-contrived, I mean, I kinda agree on this one, but anyways, the art is absolute rubbish. The gameplay is weak and unimaginative, and the dialogue is uninspiring and riddled with grammatical errors and inconsistencies. Okay, yeah, while it's not exactly my main concern because the grammatical errors are very sporadic, but anyways, yeah, let's pass this. I do see and appreciate the effort that was put into it though, and I can understand why some people think favorably of it, but the people giving this game a rating of 10 are doing an injustice for the field. Rate games honestly, this is nowhere near a 10. But now there is the PS, are you ready?
PS, it was made in RPG Maker.
Is that a good thing? Or is that a bad thing? Do we have to bring up Omori? Do we have to bring up... What is your problem? You said you like indie productions, what is the problem with RPG Maker?